All right, so good evening, everyone. So for today or for tonight, I will be discussing to you half-life. So before we start our discussion, see to it that you have your notebook with you, calculator, and your pen so that as we discuss the computation, you will be able to also follow and write down on your notes whatever we will have, especially on the problem solving part. Okay, so we will be talking about now the half-life, and based on the recent or activity that we had about the radioactive decay, how can we define half-life? Okay, so I hope that something is on your mind right now. So basically, whenever we talk about half-life, it is the length of time it takes for one half of the original substance to decay into the new substance. So let's say, for example, last time in our discussion or in the past activity, you had there on item number 6. It is 1024, and then after how many years or after one half life, it become what? It become 500, ano yung 500, 1024 divided by 2. Calculator na agad. Okay, so it becomes 512. And after another half-life, it becomes 256 and so on and so forth. So there was a question coming from one of the students na will there be a time daw na there's a possibility that a certain or no more elements will be left because half-life occurs. So what is your idea with that? Will there be a time ba? Do you agree with that na time will come na wala ng elements because of the idea of half-life, or do you disagree with that idea? Okay, so the correct answer is we have to disagree. Kasi remember class that in half-life, it only happens to the elements that are considered as radioactive. Okay, meaning they are the ones, they are the isotopes that undergo the decay. So therefore, sila lang yung kahit papaano mawawala. Okay, magka-undergo ng half-life. Pero, and those are the unstable isotopes. Pero those stable isotopes such as carbon-12, oxygen-16, and so on and so forth, if they are not unstable isotopes, therefore, they will not undergo the process of half-life. Okay, so again, half-life is applicable only for elements that are considered as radioactive. And as you can see here, class, whenever we talk about half-life also, we are talking about it determines the intensity of the radiation it produces. So remember, class, that the longer the half-life of a certain radioisotope, the radioactive decay is slow. Okay, the process of the radioactive decay is slow. But if the half-life of that certain isotope, unstable isotope, is shorter, therefore, we can say that the decay of that material is also fast. Okay, so yun lang ang sinasabi ng mga shorter half-life versus longer half-life. So we have here the following nuclide of thorium, uranium, carbon, radon, and another thorium, which is thorium-219. So if you're going to look at it, the half-life of that are the following, the one that you can see on the second column. Pero the question is, let's go back to some of the concepts that we learned from the decay. So what do you think is the main reason why these nuclides, thorium, uranium, radon, and thorium, another thorium, undergo the process of alpha decay? Okay, so again, it is because these are the elements that are what? They are the elements that are greater than 80, sorry, baliktad. Okay, they are the ones that are elements that are greater than, or the one that has an atomic number greater than 83. So since they are big, okay, and then the nuclear force, okay, cannot handle anymore the huge nuclei. Therefore, it becomes unstable kasi nga marami na sila sa loob, diba? Malaki na yung nucleus. So therefore, it will emit, okay, or it will undergo decay so that it will become stable. So once they are stable, so definitely hindi na sila mag-undergo pa ng process ng another decay. So it will happen lang if they are unstable isotope pa rin. Okay, so that's the main reason bakit these are the elements that undergo the process of alpha decay. How about beta decay? What can you say naman about carbon 14? Why it is why it undergo the process of beta decay? Okay, because of the concept of too many neutrons. So always remember that if the neutron is greater than the number of proton in a specific nuclei, there is a tendency that that isotope or that isotope will be unstable. And once it is unstable, it will emit particle or it will undergo the process of decay so that it will become stable. Okay, so again, it is due to the too many number of neutrons versus the number of protons. So it's the ratio of neutrons and protons. So now, we will be talking about the half-life computation. And in the past activity that we had, even though there was no computation given or there was no formula given, you were able to identify the mass, the remaining mass, the number of half-lives, the time it takes for this certain radioisotope to reach this mass, and ilan yung time in order for us to come up with that mass or the remaining mass. So, how about it's easy if it's a whole number. But how about if it's a smaller number or numbers with decimal? With decimal. Okay, so here, class, we will be having two major formulas to be used to identify the missing in the problem. Okay, so we have the first one, which is the n is equal to t over t 1/2. And what is n? What is t? What is t 1/2? Anyone who has an idea? Okay, so kung wala naman and you are not familiar with this, whenever we talk about the n, the small letter n, we are talking about the number of half-lives. Again, in your activity last time, meron kayong 0, 1, 2, 3, or in the number of points, yung activity na ginawa nyo last time, it is the number of trials. Okay, so yun yung number of half-lives. So next one, we have the elapsed time. Most of the time, it could be something that we are looking for, or sometimes it is something that is already given. So you have to remember and you have to identify what is the missing one based on the problem given. Okay, so elapsed time, after a certain time. Ayun yun. After 5 hours, after 2 hours. So yun yung elapsed time na sinasabi. And half-life. So T1/2 is the half-life of a certain isotope. So let's say, for example, carbon-14 has around 5,700 years in order for it to have the half-life. So from 100, after 5,730 years, it will become what? It will become 50 na lang. After 5,007, another 5,750 years, magiging 25 na lang, and then magiging 12.5, and so on and so forth. Okay? So that's how we can identify the n, which is the number of half-life, by using this formula. N is equal to t over t 1/2. So most of the time, we need to use this one first prior to doing the other form, prior to find the missing one talaga. Okay, because most of the time, the question pertains to what is the missing mass or the decayed mass. Okay, how much was decayed during the as it undergo the process of half-life. Okay, so after solving for n, we have to solve the remaining mass. And most of the time, this is the one we are looking for in the problem solving. So here, class, we have the NT is equal to NO times 0.5 raised to N. So what is something that is already familiar with you as you look on the formula on the screen. Meron ba kayo naaalala na formula or number? Okay, so that is the N. Okay, from the previous formula. And ano nga ulit ang N? It is the number of half-lives or the triads. Okay, half-lives. Yan, the number of half-lives for a certain element to decay. Okay? Or to divide by its mass. Or divide by 2 yung mass niya. Okay, so what is NT&O? NT is the amount of radioisotope remaining. So most of the time, yan ang hinahanap. Pero there are times naman na, and this NO could also be given. So basta laruin nyo lang yung formula na yan so that you can come up with the possible solution with the from the problem itself. And again, N is the number of half-lives. Okay? So may question ba or clarification bago tayo mag-proceed sa problem solving? So again, what are the two different formulas that we are using here? Very good. So the first one is N is equal to T over T1 half. Once you are done identifying the N, you can now proceed and use that N to solve for the NT, which is typically the one that is always missing in the problem. So let us solve problem number 1. What is problem number 1? Problem number 1 is the nuclide sodium 24 has a half-life of 15.0 hours. What mass of 1.6 gram sample remain after 60.0 hours? Okay, so pakitandaan ang ating problem. Pwede niyong picturean before we proceed to the next slide para mabalikan niyo to mamaya as we compute. Okay, so we have or we will be using the formula GRESA. What is the meaning of GRESA? G-R-E-S-A. GRESA means given. G, R is required. Wherein required is in your other subject, it is GUPSA, unknown. So required is the unknown, and the one that is missing. We have the equation, and we have the solution, and of course, your final answer. So GRESA ang ginagamit natin for our problem solving. So let us start with the given. Always remember that given is very, very important. So we already encountered some variables or some letters or given based from the formula that we had. So ano-ano nga yung mga variables na yon? We have first the N, we have the T, we have the T1 half, we have the NT, and we have the NO. So ito yung mga variables na could be possibly given and pwede rin siya yung required. So balikan natin yung problem. Again, sodium 24 has a half-life of 15.0 hours and with a mass of 1.6 grams. Original. Okay, ang tanong, how much or what will be the mass after 60 hours? So with that, ang gagawin lang natin is to identify the given. Sige nga. Okay, so this time, tutulungan ko muna kayo. So we have first, for our given, we have very obvious naman ang T1 half. And what is our T1 half? Okay, it is 15.0 hours. So very obvious naman siya from the problem. We also have here the T, which is elapsed time. Ano yung elapsed time natin? Okay, meron tayong 60.0 hours. And ano pa ang given natin? Okay, meron tayong NO, which is your 1.6 grams. Okay, so yan ang ating given. However, look at the variables or look at the letters here. Ano naman yung hindi binigay in the problem? Okay, so merong nawawalang N. Okay, pero hindi siya yung talagang focus. So what is the missing one? What is required or unknown? Okay, we are looking for the remaining mass. So ano ba ang symbol natin for remaining mass? The remaining mass symbol is NT. Okay, so if we cannot put it into the symbol itself, you can write the what is really missing. So let's say, for example, remaining mass. Tama pa rin naman yun. Okay? But it's very important also that you know that that is the NP para magamit natin siya later on sa equation natin. Okay, so we are done with the given. We are done with the required. What is now the equation? So, since we are looking for the remaining mass, meron tayong hidden formula that is not being asked, pero we need this in order for us to proceed with the second formula. So the first formula is T is equal to N is equal to T over T1/2. And what is the other formula? Okay, very good. So NT is equal to NO times 0.5 raised to, or sorry, hindi squared. That is N. Yan, ang general formula natin. So based on the two equations here, what is the first one that we're going to use? Okay, we are going to use the N is equal to T over T1/2 since it's already provided in the given and we can easily solve the N. Okay, so with that, let us now substitute from the formula provided. So what is our T? Okay, we have 60.0 hours. Class, I'm very, very particular with this. You must copy whatever is in the given. And since I hope that you watch already the video significant figures, you already know how many significant figures do we have in 60.0 hours. Kasi we will apply what you have learned from this, from the previous video to our solution and to our final answer. Okay? Sige. So, going back to this, T is T1/2. And then we have the 15.0 hours. What is the next thing that we are going to do after substituting it? Okay, magka-cancellation tayo. So once we cancel this out, we can prove that there is no more unit that is needed or that will be present on your formula. Kaya ang cancellation is important kasi cancellation will lead you to the correct unit for your final answer. Okay, pag hindi kayo nagka-cancel ng unit, it will be very hard to identify ano ba talaga yung final unit. Kaya yun yung madalas na mistake ninyo, not only in our subject, okay, pero pwede din kay robotics, pwede rin kay science, or even kay math din, diba? So anyway, balikan na natin to. So 60.0 divided by 15.0 hours. So this time class, I want us to be united as one. Because as you can see, pwedeng ang sagot nyo dito ay 4. Diba? Pwede namang 4 lang. Kasi this will also appear on your calculator. However, there will be instances na hindi yan talaga even or the answer will not be equal to a whole number. So with that, disclaimer lang dito, we will follow the number of significant figure based on this one. Okay? So let's say, for example, this is 60.0 divided by 15.0. Let's balik lang natin yung concept. How many significant figures do we have for 60.0? We have, okay, very good. Dapat master na to. Kasi kung nalilito, balikan yung video, the previous video about significant figures. Okay, it's already in the Google Classroom na. And then we have the 15.0, which is also 3 significant figures. So therefore, even though your answer is 4, okay, we can write there 4.00. Do we still have unit to write? Okay, wala na. Kasi nga, canceled out na ang unit. So, ma'am, bakit nga ba 4.00 to? Kasi we follow whatever is in the given. Ano yung rule natin sa multiplication and division? Okay, least significant figure. So, 3 significant, 3 significant. So, 3 significant to. Ma'am, paano pag the given is 3 significant and then 2 significant? Therefore, ang magre-reflect lang dyan ay 4.0. Clear ba yon? Okay, so follow lang natin to class for uniformity. Pero, definitely, hindi talaga muna nagra-round off or hindi tayo nagpa-follow ng sig-fig for this one hanggat hindi pa siya ang final answer. Pero for uniformity sake, follow muna natin to. Okay? Para hindi tayo iba-iba ng sagot after some time. Okay? And then, since is this the final answer na? Hindi pa. Because we still have the other equation, which is the second one. NT is equal to, let's plug in. So, ano ang NO natin? 1.6 grams times 0.5 raised to N. O, ano yung N natin? Okay, ito yung N natin. So, ilalagay lang natin siya dito. 4.00. Okay, so lagay nyo kung ano yung nandyan. Okay, sige, let's now have the NT. It will become, what will be your answer for this one? Okay, your answer based on your calculator will be 0.1 grams. However, class, we must follow the correct number of significant figure. Okay, so with that, what will be your final answer? This has, how many sig fig do we have here? 2 sig fig. Ito, 3 sig fig. Oh, so with that, versus natin, it should be 2, your final answer must follow 2 significant figure. So my question is 0.1 2 significant figures, yes or no? Hindi. Kasi leading zeros are never significant. So therefore, how many sig fig lang to? 1 lang. So the final answer will become 0.10 grams. Okay, we just add 0 here. Okay, for it to be what? To be 2 significant figures. So for that, 0.10 grams will be our final answer. Ma'am, hindi ba mag-iiba ng sagot? 0.1 grams? Pareho lang ba yan sa 0.10? What do you think? Yes or no? Is it equal or not equal? Equal yan. Okay, nagdagdag ka lang ng 0, pareho pa rin yan. Kahit magdagdag ka pa ng 0 dyan, still. Okay, so this is for the sake of following the correct number of significant figures. So usually, we are applying the number of significant figures in the competition. Sa mga competition class, pag problem solving, edge nyo, pag alam nyo, mag-follow ng significant figures. Because most of the problems, hindi na sinasabi yun, pero it must follow sig fig. Okay? So that is not exact, that is not accurate, pero yun yung sinasabi natin precise answer. The one that we apply the sig fig by rounding off or by adding 0. Similar with what you are seeing on the screen. Okay? So anyway, yan ang final problem natin. Solution for first one. Okay? So let's now go to the next problem, which is problem number 2. If we started with 100 grams of a substance having a half-life of 2.5 hours, how much of the original substance would have remained after 5.0 hours and after 7.5 hours? So there are 2 answers here on the problem. So pwede na ba nating sabay-sabayin? Pwede. Basta wag malilito. Okay? So using the GRESA, given required equation solution, we will now, we will now solve for this. Sige, I will just give you 10 seconds to identify the given from the problem. Yan. Sige, 10 seconds. Write it on your notebook. Okay? Sige, so let us have now the given. Okay, so for our given class here, okay, we have the T, we have the T1/2, we have the NT. NON. Okay, so for our T, it is what? For our T, it is 2.5 hours. For T1/2, it's 2.5 hours. And then for our T, it's 5.0 hours. Ano pa ang given? NO, which is 100 grams. So how many sig fig are there in 100 point? 3 sig fig yan. Kasi there is a decimal point. Trailing zeros are significant if there's decimal point. And what is missing? Remaining mass. O, ano yung symbol natin for remaining mass? N, T. Okay? So, anong equation na gagamitin? Write your answer on this on your notebook. Pakisulat. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, so we have here equation. Okay, so N is equal to T over T 1/2. Sorry. Okay. Then we also have the NT. NO times 0.5 raised to N. Okay, so let us now plug in based on the given. So we can solve for the N first. So T is 5.0 hours over 2.5 hours. Sorry. Okay, so the answer here is 2. Pero ano dapat ang sagot natin? How many sig fig? Okay, it must be 2.0. Okay? Again, disclaimer. We are just using this for uniformity sake. Pero, ang totoo talaga, hindi tayo nagra-round off hanggat hindi pa siya final answer. Hindi tayo nag-follow ng sig fig. So, ibig sabihin nun, kung whatever is in your calculator, isusulat nyo lahat dito. Okay? Pero magkakaiba tayo, no? May tendency na yung iba, 8 digits lang. Yung iba, 9. Yung iba, 7. Yung iba, 6. So, baka mag-iba-iba tayo ng sagot. So, for uniformity, ayan, 2 sig fig tayo. Base your answer on the given for the T and the T1/2. Next, let's have the T, NT. So, NO is 100 point grams times 0.5 raised to 2.0. Okay? So, ano magiging sagot nyo dyan, mga anak? Sige nga, solve nyo nga. Okay, on your calculator, it will appear 25 grams. But what will be your answer now? Okay, this is 3 sig fig. Ito ay 2 sig fig lang. Okay, so therefore, your final answer will still be 25 grams. Okay? So, for this one class, ma'am, bakit yung 0.5 di kasama? Constant kasi yan. Okay, hindi siya part ng given. Part siya ng formula. So, hindi natin siya kino-consider for the counting of significant figure for the final answer. Clear? Constant yan ha, 0.5. Okay. Sige, so we already have the letter A, 2A. We already have the answer. Sige, now I will give you 1 minute to solve for the problem number 2, letter B. I will give you 1 minute. Okay, may time tayo dito ha. Sige, solve ninyo. Write the GRESA. Write the answer using GRESA. Given, required, equation, and solution. And let's see kung tama ang sagot ninyo by comparing it to whatever you will see on the screen. Okay, follow the number of significant figures. Okay, time's up. So for that, I'm going to erase some lang ng given natin para hindi na tayo paulit-ulit. Yan. Okay, ito din. Okay, so bibilisan lang natin to para hindi tayo masyadong boring sa review. Okay, so a while ago, for this sample problem number 2, 7.5 hours naman. Okay, so therefore, papalitan lang natin si N ng 7.5 hours. Okay, cancel unit, it will become 3. O, ano na naman? 3.0. Okay, walang unit ha, kasi canceled ang unit na hours. So, this will become 3.0. So, with that, ano ang ating magiging NT? Sige nga, solve nyo nga. Ay, nasolve na pala. Okay, sorry. 12.5 grams. Pero, what will be our final answer? This has 3 sig fig. This has 2 sig fig. O, therefore, ano ang magiging final answer natin? Okay, 13 grams. Did you get it? Okay, good job for you. So, huwag kakalimutan. Again, we are using this one for our final answer lang. Final answer. Sige. So, now, let's proceed to sample problem number 3. Pareho lang, pero ano ang pinagkaiba, class? Sample problem 2 versus sample problem 3. Anyone who can identify? Look at this one. Ito yung sample problem 3. Very good. The correct answer is the word decayed. So, ibig sabihin, this time, decayed yung hinahanap natin, not the remained. Ma'am, so paano natin isosolve yun? Okay, so i-guide ko na lang kayo para mabilis tayo. Okay, at matapos natin to agad. Okay, so first thing is, we are going to write the given, which is, ano nga yung given natin? We have the T, we have the T1/2, which is 5.0 hours pa rin. Ang T1/2 is 2.5 hours. Ang NO natin is 100 grams. Ang required natin is mass decayed or decayed in the unit of mass. Okay, which is grams. So, equation natin pareho lang. N is equal to T over T1/2. And then we have the NT, which is NO times 0.5. Sorry. Raised to N. Meron pa tayong next equation later on, pero hindi ko muna i-reveal yun. So, mag-substitute muna tayo. Ulitin lang natin to. So, we have here the N, which is our T, which is 5.0 hours over 2.5 hours. Cancel unit. Anong magiging sagot? 2.0. And then use that one for our second equation, which is NT equals NO times 0.5 raised to 2.0. Okay? Ay, sorry. Okay. 100 point pala to. Okay, so ano magiging sagot nga ulit natin dyan, class? Ang sagot nyo lang dyan ay still ay 25 grams. Okay, pero ito yung mass remain. Ang original mass natin ay 100. Ang mass remained natin ay 25. So therefore, hindi yan ang final answer. There is one more equation that we need to use para masolve natin ang tanong na how much or what mass is decayed or what mass yung decayed in this problem. So, anong gawin lang natin? Okay, magma-minus lang tayo. Okay, so this is NO, 100 grams minus 25 grams para malaman natin ilan yung na-decay. So with that, ano yung rule natin for addition and subtraction? Least, least significant pa rin ba? Okay, it should be least decimal place. So, ayan. So, ang gawin nyo lang, 100 point minus 25 grams. Therefore, 75 draw a line, so it will become 75 grams. Okay? So, magra-round off pa ba? Hindi na, kasi nga least decimal place tayo. So, 75 grams ang final answer. Okay? Question or clarification? Okay, you may take a screenshot of this. Okay. So, sige, I will let you do that letter B. O, anong gagawin sa letter B? Look at this one lang. Pinalitan lang natin si T ng 7.5 hours. Sige, do it. I'll just give you 1 minute to solve for this one. Timer starts now. 7.5 hours naman. Same pa rin, decade pa rin. May mga papalitan lang kayong mga values dyan. Okay? Time's up. So, what we're going to do, I will just erase some of the given. Okay, ito rin. Ay, bakit may erase? Okay. Bakit may erase? Okay. So, palitan lang natin yan ng other given, which is 7.5 hours. So, dahil sa T or elapsed time tayo nag-iba, definitely domino effect yun. 3.0 yan. So, this will become 3.0. So, ano magiging sagot nyo dyan kanina? It is 12.5. Okay, 12.5 grams. Pero hindi yan ang hinahanap. So, with that, gagawin lang natin, isusubtract lang natin siya. Ma'am, will it be 13? Hindi. Okay, sabi ko, ang rounding off, ginagawa lang siya if it's already the final answer. Okay, again, disclaimer, ito ay for uniformity, kaya pinafollow natin ang sigfig dyan. So, ito na tayo. 100 grams minus 12.5. Magiging sagot dyan, it's 87.5 grams. So, dito tayo ngayon. Okay, least decimal place, addition, subtraction. So, therefore, the final answer will become 88 grams. Okay? So, that would be all for our last sample problem for tonight. And the remaining problems will be considered as your seat work number 3. So, I will be giving it to you later on. So, I hope that you watch, and next meeting, December 5 to 7, will be your summative test na. And that includes this half-life. Okay, so using GRESA. So that would be all. Good night and thank you everyone.